Hey guys, Mandy Dolphin here, hanging out in Phoenix, Arizona, or near there, just hanging out at the pool today. It's about 75 degrees and it feels awesome, but it's a cooler day, so no one's out here at the pool, and so I thought, hey, I might as well take advantage of it and hang out with you guys and talk about Ningxia. Like I said, today we're going to talk about Ningxia Red. This stuff was a game changer for our family. Um, we've been in YoungLiving. I've been in YoungLiving for like 6 years. When Tom and I got married, obviously he was welcomed into the YoungLiving family when a skeptic for a long time, but now he's on board. Tom and I and Ty drink this stuff every day. Cool things, little tidbits here for you is we haven't really been to the doctor except for well visit checkups, especially for Ty. He's been on antibiotics, he's never been on antibiotics except for the one time he had to be for eye drops for pink eye, I think one time, and we'll probably do that differently next time, but other than that, he hasn't been on any antibiotics, which is really cool. He's 15 months old. Let's see, we've had more energy. We just feel more vibrant and good about life when we're drinking it. And so, all that to say, I really want to dig in and figure out what was so special about Ningxia. Why should we be drinking it every day? Why do we feel so good when we drink it? And I'm really pumped to share all this stuff with you. First of all, this is a bottle of Ningxia. Well, it's an empty bottle, I guess, but the Ningxia Red, it looks about the same color as this little packet here, and fills this bottle up. It is 25.35 full ounces. So it's good stuff. This bottle will last us about a month or so, depending on how much we're drinking it. We've actually stopped getting bottles recently just because we are on the go so much, and we now use these packets. So this is 2 ounces of Ningxia. We use these packets here because they're easy to transport. Ty, my 15-month-old, he's able to drink out of these a lot easier, and I can just throw them in my bag and take them to work. We can take them to the gym. I like these packets a lot better, and honestly, I think they're per ounce, they're about the same price as the Ningxia bottle. So, what is Ningxia? Well, first of all, let's go into what's in Ningxia. It says on the back here, whole Ningxia wolfberries, blueberries, plums, cherries, aronia, pomegranate, and then grapeseed extract, which is patented to YoungLiving. Their grapeseed extract is just for YoungLiving stuff only. Then they've got orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine essential oils infused into this drink. All that to say, it tastes awesome. I love it. My mom actually drinks this often. We drink about 2 to 4 ounces a day. My mom drinks almost 8 ounces a day of this stuff, and she sips on it. She still can't pronounce it. Mom, I love you, but you still can't pronounce the name, and she calls it her red juice. So, Mom, watch this video, figure out why you're feeling so good now that you're drinking so much Ningxia. Also, if these look familiar to you because you saw them in your starter kit and you haven't taken them out yet, go grab your starter kit, take them out, put them in the refrigerator. You can drink it in a few hours, or you can wait till tomorrow morning and drink it. You will be thankful. You can thank me later. And it tastes better if it's chilled. We drink it either way, but it tastes really good when it's chilled or over ice. Anyways, when we drink these usually first thing in the morning. I drink one first thing, and then I'll drink it later in the day, especially if I'm at work. I'll drink one about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or right after lunch sometimes, just for a pick-me-up. I feel when I'm like drained and I could either take a nap or drink something like coffee, instead I grab a Ningxia packet. It's a lot better. I don't get to sip on it like coffee, but I feel so much better after drinking this instead of coffee. Now, Ningxia wolfberries, what makes them so special? Why did they name their drink after Ningxia? Cool thing, Ningxia, China is a province in Ningxia, and it is the very first blue zone ever. I looked it up today. It was cool. It's kind of hard to find all of the stuff on it, but it's the first blue zone. And what makes a blue zone, and what even is a blue zone? All my people in Cedar Rapids should know what a blue zone is, hopefully, because Cedar Rapids just got named a blue zone in the past year or so, I think 2 years. And they have to meet, I think, 9 different criteria for becoming a blue zone. And essentially what happens is these people are living to be well over 100 years old. And they're not just living over 100 years old, because I would think of living 100 years old and be like, ugh, that sounds terrible. But these people are thriving. They're still working in the fields. They're still walking a few miles a day, a lot of them. There's a really cool video that Gary Young has, and I'll post it on the Facebook page, but that Gary Young has, and when he visits Ningxia China, when he figures out, he loves to study people who live in blue zones, and he goes there and he tries to help this lady up the steps. She's 100 and I feel like 120. I know there was one 120-something-year-old person. You have to watch the video. But he tries to help her up the steps. And her 95-year-old daughter slapped his hand and said, no, she can do it herself. So, anyway, this stuff's awesome. So, blue zones are really cool. Ningxia wolfberries and all of the wolfberries that YoungLiving puts in their Ningxia Red and any of their Ningxia products come from that province in China. We don't get goji berries from, which I think are from India. We actually get Ningxia wolfberries from the province of Ningxia. Ningxia wolfberries are just packed full of goodness. And these people in Ningxia China, they eat 1 to 2 pounds of Ningxia wolfberries a day. Really cool thing. 1 ounce of this is equal to 1 pound. It's 1 pound. 1 pound of wolfberries. Let me make sure I get that right. We'll go with that. I believe it's 1 pound of Ningxia wolfberries, and which is the daily serving of it. So in this little packet here, you're actually getting 2 full servings of the Ningxia wolfberries. A Ningxia wolfberry contains all the essential amino acids that you need. People think that only proteins and meats contain that, but it could actually, in and of itself, it contains all the essential acids that you need. It also contains 13% of protein, which is higher than any other fruit, which my suspicion is why it has all the essential amino acids in it. It also has the highest ORAC value of any known food. Kind of like a buzzword lately in the past few years has been free radicals. And free radicals are kind of what gets stuck in your body when we're eating food that's really processed, or sweeteners that our body can't recognize. Anything that our body can't recognize, whether it comes from toxins that we ingest, toxins that we touch, anything that gets into our bodies that's not natural, that our body can't process, those become free radicals, and our body doesn't know how to get rid of them. And so the ORAC value of a food is what helps your body get rid of free radicals. Free radicals, if they're not gotten rid of, there's been studies that link that to building up in your body and causing cancer. And so, kind of deduce things here, I can't say this because none of this is supported by the FDA, but the higher the ORAC value, the higher the cancer fighting stuff that it has. So anyway, it fights free radicals in your body and helps get rid of those. Let's see, Ningxia wolfberry, it contains the whole puree and not just a part of the fruit. It contains the whole thing, the whole goodness, which I'm really excited to try Ningxia wolfberries dried sometime, because I don't know what they would taste like. This stuff tastes really good, so I just kind of want to see what they taste like compared to that. Also, the essential oils that are in here are pretty bomb. They're citrus essential oils, and one of the main things that they have is D-limonene, I believe is how you say it. I won't bore you with all of the information about D-limonene, but really go check it out. They've got some really cool things. It's like D-limonene. And go check that out. Google that. There are so many health benefits to D-limonene, which is why they put that in here. The reason that they chose the puree of the fruit blend that they did is especially because it helps support your body's energy level. It helps support your body's ability to be energized, be vibrant, and so that's why they put the fruit blend that they did. This is why you can say this is kind of like an energy drink, but actually it's just a health drink that's really, really good for you. So why drink it? If that all hasn't inspired you enough to drink Ningxia Red yet, and to drink it every day, Specifically, it helps support your immune system. It helps support healthy eye health. Is that redundant? But it helps support your eyes. It helps support your vision. I've heard some really cool stories about people with glasses not having to wear glasses after they drink Ningxia for a few years, and you can look those up if you want to. It also supports normal cell function, which is key. The cool thing about essential oils is that they can break, they're small enough because they're pure, they're small enough that they can get through the walls of cells easier than anything else. And so that's why if you put them on your feet, they go through your whole body really quickly, I think in under 20 minutes, because the particles are so small and they can get into everything, which is also why a little bit goes a long way, and 1 to 2 drops of stuff helps your body more than, my husband always says more is better. It's not always true, but 1 to 2 drops of, thieves or frankincense or whatever will go a long way in your body because of the potency of it. It also helps support your energy level, which we just talked about that. And it prevents against oxidative stress. And if you think antioxidant, oxidative, kind of go together. So oxidative stress is a fancy way of talking about the imbalance of production of free radicals in your bodies and the ability to counteract and detoxify their harmful effects. That is straight from the Google. Anyway, if you haven't heard much about free radicals, there's a lot of research on them. I kind of told you a little bit about them. Go check it out. It's kind of like our pastor always says. He always says, go check out what I'm saying. Go research it for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. So there's a lot of really cool things out there, research articles. I'm a nurse, and so I like research articles. I like science. I like all that stuff. I could nerd out on you about all of the things I'm finding out right now that I'm just giddy about, but I won't. And anyway, it helps fight cancer-causing agents that build up in our bodies. How do we drink Ningxia? I drink Ningxia. You can drink it in the packet. You can drink it neat, so they say. You can drink it straight like this. There is other products that Ningxia is in. This is one of them. It's called Ningxia Nitro. If you haven't tried these, do yourself a favor and get a box. This one was my last one. I was really bummed. I've got my order coming in here shortly. My ER order, which if you're not on ER, check it out. You will be so thankful you did. But this one's empty because I just drank it, and it was my last one, which was really sad. They also have Ningxia Zing. This stuff is awesome. What I'll do sometimes, crack this open, drink about this much off the top, pour my Ningxia Nitro in there, and about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I am downing this guy. Everybody at work asks me what I'm doing, and I'm like, it's kind of an energy drink, but not really. It's pretty much a health drink. You should try some. And anyway, that's what this is. Tastes awesome. There's carbonated water, and then it's got black pepper, lime, wolfberry, all this stuff. This is one of YoungLiving's newer products. It is so worth it. Just do yourself a favor and get some. You can also do them in shots. And this is one of my favorite things. On the Facebook page, I will post a bunch of different ways you can mix shots. And these aren't shots to like go get crunk and get drunk on Friday night, but these are like health shots that they taste really good, and there's some really cool names to them. But what you do is you pour an ounce or 2 of Ningxia into a shot glass, and then you put a few drops of different oils. If you haven't tried it, you should. And if you have tried it and you have a favorite shot or a few favorite shots, post it on the page. I would love to see the different shots that people are making and why you're making them, why you're drinking them. I know that there's some with lime, there's some with thieves. I've heard Stress Away and Copaiba in an ounce of Ningxia is people's favorite. I've heard tons of people rave about that one. And if you want to, go ahead and name your shot. You can name it whatever you want to, and we'll post it on there, and we'll be like, hey, this is Lisa's shot, and she gets to name it herself. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful to you guys. I miss a lot of you. I haven't seen a lot of you for a long time, at least a month since we've moved here to Arizona, and the weather is awesome, obviously, but we really miss our family and our friends back at home. We miss our YoungLiving family. I'm finding some new YoungLiving family down here, but we really do miss you guys back at home. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My phone number and my website, my email. That's all on the Facebook page, which we call Dolphin Drops, which I'm really excited about. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me some of your Sunday nights and some of your time. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave it up for a while. We're also creating a YouTube place to keep all these videos on if they're not going to stay on the Facebook page. Take care, guys, and happy oiling!